Hey sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing our week 4 check-in as well as our June closeout. So I am super excited to finally be done with June and get over this month and move on with my life. I'm also very excited because this is the last month in this planner. I'm doing something slightly different for the next few months until January. I do want to continue using a planner like this, but I'm going to wait and buy one in January that I can use, or like I'll buy it, whenever in December or something. But one that I can use from January to December, I guess a regular year, because I feel like that makes a little more sense for budgeting to do a year instead of half of one year and half of another. So that's my plan. So you guys will get to see what we're going to do instead of this when I do my July budget setup on Sunday. So make sure you're looking out for that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is do our actual week 4 check-in. So I'm going to go ahead and write in our categories. So of course we always check in with groceries, gas, our fund money, and then our anything unbudgeted. So that's what we're going to check in with. So we'll start with groceries. Groceries, I use this little thing for anybody who's new to categorize everything. So groceries is in this reddish color. We don't have any groceries, so that's good. So we'll just put 0, which still means that we were over budget for groceries, just slightly, $66.92. I'm just kind of copying that down from there. All right, next we'll do gas. So we do have gas. That's going to be anything in blue. All right, so our first one is $10.02. Then $59.50 and 30. And we'll also check off these medical expenses as we go because I don't check in with those. And then we have $29.41 and 15 down here. And I think that's it. Yep. All right, so that brings us for gas this week to a total of $143.93. Now we had, I'll move it over here so you guys can see. Oops. We had $130.09 left. So if we take out $143.93, then that means we are in the red, $13.84. So not terrible, but still in the red. Fund money, let's see. We did have a couple. So we already did that one. So we had $1.38 here. We'll start with that one. And then $11.95 and $3.70. So that gives us a total, and I think that's everything. Yep, we don't have anything unbudgeted. So for fund money, that brought us $17.03 for this last week. Now we had $19.37. So for the first time ever, we are going to end out this month on a good note. We have never done that for fund money, so that's super exciting. And then like I said, we didn't have any unbudgeted, but we'll just copy that amount down. Okay, so that's pretty good. Gonna move this out of our way. And let's go ahead and get started over here on our actual budget. Dun, dun, dun. Let me move, I've done my draft budget and figured everything out. So let me move that over here so I can see that. All right, so we'll start up here with income. So I estimated Jeremiah to bring home $1,800. He didn't get any overtime this month with us being out of town a lot and stuff like that. So he brought home just what his checks would be, which is the bare minimum. So $1748.04 is what he brought in. And then we also have $491.46 of miscellaneous. So that brings us to a total of $2,239.50. Now I also like to do this little thing over here to find the difference. Definitely not necessary, but I just think it's interesting. So from what I budgeted to what he brought home, it was $51.96 less than what I thought. And for this one, it was $8.54 less. So total there is $60.50. If that's kind of interesting to you the same way it is to me. All right, so now looking at our expenses, our actual Terminex expense was $131.66. So there was nothing changing there. AT&T was $401.45. I knew these before they came out. Our mortgage, of course, didn't change. That stays the same every month. Our water bill had already come out, so I already knew what that one was going to be. Power was only $86 this month. So that put us $34 under what I thought it would be, or like to the good. So that was really good. I'm just going to leave that pen open. State Farm was $230.21. So that also was to the good, $4.79. Then Discovery Plus, it's always $7.48, so nothing changed there. For gas, we spent $263.84. So overall, we were over budget, just like we were just, looking at, for $13.84. Groceries, we only budgeted $300 this month. Now, if you've been watching along with me for a while, we typically budget $500. Since we were out of town for 1 week, I knocked some money off thinking that we would be okay. And we actually did really good with that. I'm pretty pleasantly surprised. We did go over. We spent a total of $366.92. So we were over budget $66.92. But overall, I'm pleased with that, considering how far we've come in trying to rein in that budget. Tobacco, Jeremiah was slightly over. He spent $83.42. The price of what he bought just went up, so there wasn't really much we could do about that. It went up like by a few dollars or a few cents, I guess, each can. Vacay, we only did $50 this time, just because this was actually when we pulled all that money out and spent it while we were on vacation. So we were $50 to the good from what I expected. Our medical expenses skyrocketed. I started going back to the chiropractor, and I also had just some regular visits to various doctors. So that one went up a lot. So this is kind of where it killed us. We were $124.35 over budget from what we thought we would be. This only included me getting my birth control twice a month. But then we had all those expenses and stuff. So that's a little different. But fun money, we spent $97.67. So again, for the first time ever since we started budgeting, we were under budget on fun money. So I'm very excited about that. Tithes, we only did $40. Just because you'll see in a minute, things got very tight with all the medical expenses and stuff. And then we did have some unbudgeted of $64.56. So for tithing, we were $60 to the good. And then for unbudgeted, we were $64.56 to the negative. All right, so if we add all of this up, we are going to get a total of $2,342.58. So overall, we were over budget by $103.08. So I'm not super unpleased with that. Like I said, this is the first time ever we've been on budget with fun money. We were very close to being on budget with our groceries, which was shocking considering how much I lowered that amount for that month. So I'm pretty pleased. Had we not had all those medical expenses, we would have been spot on where we needed to be. So I'm happy with what happened this month. Even though we were still slightly over budget, I'm okay with that. So like I was saying earlier, July is going to look a little bit different. I'm about to film that setup video right now as well. That's not going to obviously be in this planner. That's going to be in a different planner. So make sure you're watching out on Sunday for that video to go live so that you can check out what we're doing for July and how these numbers are going to change. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. All right, bye guys.